Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett, and I'm here with a friend, Nicole Hillis. She's one of our members of Painters Clubhouse and Paint to Profit. And I thought it would be fun to have her on today to kind of chat a little bit about her history with door hanger painting and how Painters Clubhouse and Paint to Profit have played a role in her progress learning to paint and growing her business. So, Nicole, let's take it back to like the beginning. Where did you even start with door hanger painting?
Yeah, so I guess last summer, last May, we had our first son, Theo. And I was in school to be in early childhood education and special education. But then things kind of took a turn once we had Theo, and I really wanted to stay home with him. So I was kind of researching different ways on how to make money to be able to quit my job and stay home. And I saw a lot of people doing restoring furniture and stuff like that, but it didn't look very craftsy for things that I wanted to do. Like I love
Like too bulky? Like for me, that's too big of a project for me. I need something smaller.
I'm only 5'2" and I'm itty bitty, so it was something, yeah, it just wasn't for me. And so then I was scrolling through Facebook, and then your Painters Clubhouse came up, and I had talked to my husband Nate, and I said that looks kind of fun to do, but I was a little on the fence about it just because I didn't know if I could commit to it at the time. And so I remember you were doing the open enrollment for the first 3 days or whatever. And so I kept talking to Nate, and I was like, if we don't do it now, I know we're going to regret it. And I don't want to have to wait to enroll for another 6 months. So I'm just going to try it and we'll see what happens. And so then I signed up, and I was a little nervous at first. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many tutorials in here. And I was a complete newbie at everything. I'd never cut a door hanger, never painted on anything. But I
How
knew
long ago was this?
this was last August.
Okay, so a year ago. Okay.
Yeah, right at a year was when I joined. But so yeah, that's on how I joined.
Well, I'm glad it ended up being something that you love and enjoy doing. And do you feel like it's pretty flexible for you to be able to do this with Theo at home? I know
Yeah.
it's a bit of a struggle with kids.
So right now we're still in the process. We're building a house, and so I'm not able to quit my full-time job until the loans close and all of that stuff. So then once that happens, I'm hoping to quit my job and be able to do it full time, because it's just been completely life changing. Like Nate and I are up until wee hours of the night doing door hangers and trying to catch up on orders. So it's been life changing for sure.
Wow. So what role does he play in the business?
He helps me with everything, honestly. I couldn't do it without him, just with how many orders we have and stuff. So he'll help me just so we can tackle things twice or 2 times the amount that I would be able to do. He'll help me cut the door hangers, and then he likes to prime them for me. And then I'll go in and paint, and then he'll either drill the holes for me or put wire in or staple my bows, things like that, just so I can keep the factory moving. But he
Well,
helps.
you're doing the part that like only you could do. I mean, unless he goes and decides to become a painter and watch all the tutorials, like that is your part of expertise. So if he's doing all the other stuff, that's amazing.
Yeah, he does watch you quite a bit though, and
Bless his heart.
he's doing the double-sided door hanger with me and painting alongside with me. So we're finishing that up tonight together, but he watches you quite a bit as well.
So you said you have quite a bit of orders. Where are you selling? Is it mostly locally or on Etsy or what?
So right now we started selling pretty quickly after I signed up for Painters Clubhouse, because I feel like I got confidence pretty quickly after we started going. And I remember my first door hanger was a popsicle, and I just used a little sponge bouncer. And I always tell everyone this, how I was so terrified to, like, I was shaking trying to put the sponge pouncer on. I was so nervous, but now I look at what we can do, and it's just crazy. But
Well, I almost feel like it's ironic that you said popsicle and first project because in the comments, Megan Lewis just said, hey, and I'm pretty sure she's the one who taught the popsicle tutorial last summer in the clubhouse. So it was probably her exact tutorial you were following.
yep, I remember, because I was nervous about doing hand lettering. So I was like, I guess we're just going to try a pouncer for now and just do the little polka dots. And I was so nervous. Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
So nervous about being able to do it.
But you said you gained confidence pretty quickly after joining. How do you think that happened? Like, do you have one of those personalities who, like me, I like dive headfirst into everything, and I'm like, we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah, I feel like normally I'm not like that, but for some reason with door hangers, it just completely clicked with me. And it was something that calmed me after a stressful day of work. I work in special education, and so sometimes it's hard. And so being able to come home and then after putting Theo to bed, it's super relaxing to be able to just sit down and focus on that. And I'm kind of the person where like once I finish one, I remember you said it becomes addicting, and like that is so true. I have become addicted to painting, and it's pretty much my only hobby now.
But it's a fulfilling one and it makes you money. So it's like double win.
Exactly. I never thought we'd be able to make money from it, but it's changed our entire life. We had over $10,000 in NICU bills for Theo. He unexpectedly went to the NICU when he was born. And so that's one of the reasons I was looking to make extra money, but do it in a fun way so it wasn't stressful. And doing that is what was able to help pay off the NICU bills. And now we're able to move into a bigger house with a 4-stall garage to be able to keep up with our orders and everything. So
That's
it's
incredible.
the last year has been life changing for sure.
All because you decided to take on this new little hobby.
Yep, I remember it's so crazy looking back and thinking how I was slightly hesitant to do it just because I didn't know if I would be able to keep up with it, or I didn't think I'd be good enough for it. And I've definitely learned a lot, and it's amazing the things that we've been able to branch off and do just from the stuff that you guys have taught in Painters Clubhouse.
Well, we've got a couple questions in the comments. I see a fellow Paint to Profit member, Miss Erica Johnson. Hello. Hi, Erica. I see all the rest of you ladies. If y'all have any questions for Nicole about her experience in Painters Clubhouse, she is now also upgraded to add Paint to Profit since she started her business. And Deborah and Sherry want to know, like, where did you get started selling your door hangers? Was it like through Facebook or Etsy, did you say?
Yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot to answer
That's
that
okay.
question.
We got excited.
So I first started kind of just selling to my mom, honestly. At first, every single one we made, she started buying. And at first I couldn't tell if it was just because she like felt bad that I was starting a new endeavor in life. But no, so my mom started buying them, and then word of mouth kind of spread through family members. And then I did start posting on Facebook Marketplace just to try to get our name out there. And so I would say like, we have plenty more designs to offer. If you want a link to our business page, just feel free to message me. So then they'd be able to kind of see what we can do from there. But I'm in the process of setting up our Etsy. I had to order some more shipping boxes just because I didn't want to be low on shipping boxes and then not be able to ship them out. But I'm about 50% through setting up our Etsy shop. So then that'll be a lot more exciting too.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got started too. I just started posting them on a Facebook page, and then I was trying to pull people in from Marketplace, or,
Mhm.
there was like that for sale page in like your own hometown. And I
Yes.
would put on there something like baby hospital door hangers, because for some reason those sold like hotcakes in my hometown.
Mhm.
And so I just started posting on there. And then, like you said, word of mouth, it just starts to steamroll. And next thing you know, you've got like a whole sheet of orders, and it's amazing how it can grow fast.
It really is. I was so surprised. And I mean, Nate's also really artistically gifted in certain ways. And some of the stuff that he can freehand, he's really good at hand lettering now. And so he's able to help me with that because his handwriting surprisingly is better than mine. So he tackles that with me. But I feel like for both of us being a team, it's awesome. But at the same time, I'm able to accomplish things and feel more confident on my own. And I definitely wouldn't have been able to figure out half the things without Painters Clubhouse because there's really not much out there for you to learn from.
Yeah. I feel like it makes it easy when you do have the time, because as a busy mom, you don't have a lot of time to hunt and peck and try to find a tutorial to follow. And so to have it all organized and in a nice, neat little place where you can just pick your project and get started, it kind of
Mhm.
eliminates the wasted time when you're trying to figure out what you're going to paint next.
Exactly. I feel like it a lot eliminates a lot of the anxiousness that I had. And so it's like all in a neat little list that you can go through and pick through the seasons or holidays and stuff like that. Or if you want to touch up on like technique videos and learn new stuff, or like a staging video, that helped a lot for when I was starting to stage pictures and stuff for selling them.
Yeah, we have a lesson in the Painters Clubhouse about photography and also choosing like your color palettes. And
Mhm.
the guest artist that came in and taught that is somebody that I have admired for a long time on Instagram. Her photography is stunning. And I
Mhm.
always stop the scroll and look at her photos. And I was like, we have got to get her in the Painters Clubhouse to just share a few tips. And the stuff she shared with us was brand new information to me. I was blown away at the great tips she shared. And I mean, even my own photography has improved after her training.
Yeah, I remember that one specifically, and I was on the couch watching it on TV, on our big screen TV with Nate, and I was like, her photography or just her advice in general is amazing. So that was really helpful when first starting for sure.
Are there any other tutorials or trainings that stand out in your mind that were favorites?
Um, well, I'm about 50% complete with Painters Clubhouse now. I keep track of the little dial.
Yeah.
And so we've done so many things, but I think the one that's been most amazing to me that we were able to complete was the mums one that we just did
Mhm.
recently. That one was really fun to do. And then, oh my gosh, there's so many.
Was
There
it the
was,
design of the mum in the barrel with the little pumpkin on the front?
yep, that
Yeah.
one.
If you
And
guys don't know what she's talking about, we do have exclusive designs in the Painters Clubhouse that aren't in our shop yet. And after they've been in the clubhouse for a year, we start to sell them in the shop as like a tutorial because they're a year old, or not a tutorial, but as a template because they're a year old. So that's one of the ones that we're actually going to be rolling out in September. And we've had lots of people asking for it because they've seen it pop up from other Painters Clubhouse members who've been posting them and selling them and stuff like that. And they're like, where can I get that one? So it was definitely a favorite last year. And I know it will be this year too.
yeah, I also loved the Happy Fall Y'all one that's now in Painters Clubhouse that you did as a challenge. That one sold really well for us in Nebraska because I feel like in Nebraska we don't really say y'all that much. But I always love putting them on my door hangers because I hear all of you guys say it so much. And
It feels very hospitable, doesn't it?
exactly, and surprisingly in Nebraska they're starting to sell really well. So
Who
I,
knows? We may have all you Nebraskans like saying y'all left and right. Like it'll door hangers will start a new trend.
yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Sherry wants to know when you're shipping door hangers, how do you usually handle shipping charges? What do you
Um,
charge?
so that was something that I actually asked in the Paint to Profit group because I had no idea on how to handle that. And I remember before I joined Paint to Profit, I was just going to United States Post Office, and it was really expensive to ship a door hanger. And then I found your blog post about shipping it flat rather than
Mhm,
regularly. And so that saved a lot because I think the first time I shipped two door hangers, it was over $30 because I didn't flatten the box. And
mhm.
so I had asked a question, and I think you and a few other ladies posted about how to go about it. But the blog post that you had was really helpful. And then I also got a lot of people talking about using pirate ship. And I'm not good at explaining that part of it, but it's cheaper than going straight through USPS or UPS. So I use pirate ship and go that way.
Yeah, because pirate ship has like negotiated rates with the
Mhm.
postal service. So they get a discount as a whole and they pass that discount on to their customers that use pirate ship. So little tricks like that you can pick up from Painters Clubhouse and Paint to Profit, those will make a huge difference in the amount of profit you're able to make with door hangers and shipping and stuff.
Mhm.
Let's see. Marie Mosley is saying hello in the comments. Hey Marie, she's another Paint to Profit gal. So share with us, Nicole, like what are your goals over the next year? So your business is officially about a year old now. What do you hope to accomplish over the next year?
So we just beat our goal for sales actually a few weeks ago, which was really exciting. I wanted to double of what we made last year. Since we were only in business for about 4 months of last calendar year, it wasn't that hard to but so we were able to double our amount of what we made last year and then go a little bit over. So then for next year, my goal is to double the amount again from what we made this year. And then I'm really hoping to start getting into craft shows more. That's something we're asking for grid walls for Christmas as one of our gifts because I really want to do craft shows. I wanted to do them this year, but with moving, it was just too hard to get everything rounded up, and then we'd have to move it again. So we're waiting for that. And then my ultimate goal is to open up a shop into the town we're moving into. It's a smaller town and it's a really supportive community. So I'd really like to open up a brick and mortar store. And
That's exciting.
yeah.
Share with us that your business name so that if somebody wants to go look you up on Facebook, they can find you.
Yeah, it's Your Adorable Home, and then adorable is spelled ADOORABLE. So door as in like a front door.
There we go. I put it up there. Your Adorable Home.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for hopping on for a few minutes and chatting with us, Nicole. I love that you dove right in. You joined Painters Clubhouse. You said, I'm going to learn to paint. And then right after you're like, you know what? I'm just going to start making money on these.
Yes.
And if you guys missed it at the beginning, she said they paid off $10,000 in NICU bills within what, a year of having your son?
Yeah.
That's incredible. So you never know what's possible until you just, have a little bit of faith and go for it.
Exactly.
So any final words, like what would you say to somebody who's maybe on the fence a little bit about joining Painters Clubhouse? Maybe they're a little scared or nervous. What would you say to them?
I think the biggest thing is you never know until you try, and if you keep putting it off, you never know what you can accomplish. So my biggest thing is to just go for it, because you never know what could happen. I never expected to take it as a business. I just thought it would be something fun to kind of do on the side, and if we sold one here or there to help NICU bills once in a while, that'd be great. But I never expected it to blow up like this, and I've learned so much from you, and I think you change lives, honestly. And I'm just so grateful for everything you've been able to do through little painting tutorials and all of that. So I'd say just go for it. And even if you're scared, there's so many different tutorials in Painters Clubhouse, and it's kind of like someone's holding your hand, walking you through it. And then if you also have questions, there's the Facebook group that many people are willing to answer stuff for you.
Yeah, I agree. And I did say something about that in the webinar the other night about how, like, yes, I get excited talking about that. And yes, I have a lot of energy, but it's because I know it changes lives. And I don't say that flippantly, because a lot of people will say that. They'll be like, oh, my product changes lives, and I don't say that but I say that because I've seen other people like you say it. It has changed your life to learn how to paint door hangers.
Yeah.
And so it can change lives. And it's amazing how it has helped you guys financially. I think it's probably, I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but it's probably made you and your husband closer because you're doing this together as partners. Yeah, it's incredible. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up. I am interviewing another Painters Clubhouse member at, I think, 5 p.m. today. So if you want to come back in just a little while, we'll be on again with one more. And then I'll be painting live tonight. We're going to paint another one of these little pumpkins in the basket. Last night we did it and we painted it like this. Tonight we're going to add a little more detail with some leopard print and polka dots and like a little bit more advanced, right? And then tomorrow night we'll paint it a third time, even more advanced. So come and join us tonight. And if you want to be notified when I go live, all you have to do is text me, and I can answer questions there as well. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.